Brother, Easter is a pagan holiday. That is a man's tradition.
Yes, it is.
What's your name, my brother?
Asah-Anav, my brother.
Azrael. So you got a God name, man. So my name is Asah. We only got like 1 minute. So you got any questions? What you coming to do?
Well, I just want to hear y'all one time.
Okay, you want to hear us one time. You know who you are according to the Bible?
Yes, sir.
Who are you?
I'm a child of the Most High, man.
Child of the Most High, all right. So you know what's the requirement? What tribe you from?
I ain't from no tribe, man. They say I'm from Judah, but they say I'm from Grand because I'm half-Indian.
So where your father come from? What's your father?
Who's my father?
Like, is he a Native Indian or is he a so-called black
He's
man?
a Native Indian.
So if your father's a Native Indian and you from the tribe of Gad.
That's right.
So you from the tribe of Gad. So you know the requirements, Deuteronomy 10. You know the requirements that it is for the Israelites to do if you know you're an Israelite?
Sure.
What's the requirement?
Keep the law, statutes, and commandments.
All right, you know what today is. You know what today is?
Today is the Sabbath.
Okay. You got fringes?
I got friends, but I ain't got them on.
You ain't got them on. All right, give me numbers 50. Well, read that 10 and 12.
Deuteronomy chapter 10 verse 12. And now Israel.
Now Israel, Azrael, which you already know, read.
What does the Lord thy God require of thee?
Because God requires us to do something, right? Read.
But to fear the Lord thy
So
God.
we got to fear him, and we got to show that we fear him by our actions. Read.
To walk in all his ways.
His ways, not our own ways, because our ways are not his. Read.
And to love him.
We have to love him. Loving him is keeping his commandments. Read.
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart.
So as a servant, you do what you're told from God, right? So if you went to a restaurant and the person that comes up to you to ask you for your order, what are they called? They're servants. So you tell them, I want this, they do it, right? So just like that servant, we got to be like that. What you want me to do, Lord? I'll do it. Read.
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord.
So we got to keep the commandments all the time. Read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
So we have to keep the commandments every day. Every day. So we're going to get the commandment and law, and it's going to be the last thing we got to wrap up. Go ahead.
Numbers 15 verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel.
Azrael.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
So it's a commandment to wear fringes in the borders of our garments, right? Our shirts, right? Go ahead.
Throughout.
What?
Throughout
their
generation.
Throughout our generation. So when I have a child, he puts on fringes, or her, and then when they grow up, they're going to teach them the same thing. So it's going to continue that cycle through the generation.
Right.
Read.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So a ribbon of blue on top of the fringes. Read.
And it shall be unto you a fringe, that you may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So when you see those fringes on your garment, on your shirt, you will remember that, oh, today is the Sabbath. I can't buy, sell, or cook today. So it'll help you, remind you, because when the fringes got instituted, the brother was picking up sticks on the Sabbath to cook, which you're not supposed to do. So he said, you know what? God said, you're going to put fringes on to remind you of those commandments.
Right.
Because that brother picking up sticks on the Sabbath to cook, he got put to death.
That's right.
For breaking the Sabbath.
Right.
So the Sabbath is very important. Read.
Remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart.
So after your own heart will be like, you know what, I ain't going to wear them today, I'll wear them tomorrow, I'll wear them the next day. But God said this is throughout our generations. Read.
And your own eyes, after which ye used to go a-whoring.
Because we go a-whoring by serving other gods like Easter and all these pagan holidays, because we forgot our God.
Right.
We forgot the commandments. Read.
That ye may remember.
That you may what?
Remember.
So in order to remember, you have to have this something to look at. This is a self-reminder what's on your garment. Because even the Native Indians wore fringes.
Right.
All the time. Read.
And do all my commandments.
And do all the commandments. You understand that, Azrael?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you got to wear your fringes every day.
But I don't. You know, if a man say he has no sin in him, then that man is also a liar, man. You know what I'm saying? We all got sin. Even though we both wear fringes every day, look at me right now. I'm not fringed out. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me just out here on the street. But I am also a Hebrew Israelite. You know what I'm saying?
Give me a Sarah. Alright, this is for sure the last scripture. You know what? Man's attire in 8, verse 19, 20 something.
Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, 19 verse 29.
Because you said we can't tell you. You might have the beard, but I seen a brother yesterday. I saw his fringes, and I was like, "Shalom, bro." He's like, "Hey, shalom." So we knew each other. But if you ain't got no fringes, because you ain't, then I won't know that you know about the commandments, right? Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus 19 verse 29. A man may be known by his look.
So a man may be known by his look. So when you see a police officer wearing a police uniform, you know he's a police officer.
Right.
Same thing with a fireman. Same thing with a brother in a suit. You know, oh, he about business. Go ahead.
And one that has understanding.
And one that has understanding.
By his countenance.
So how he carries himself and his wardrobe, you know, oh, he know about Numbers 15:38. He has understanding. He got some understanding. Read.
When thou meetest him.
So when I meet you and you got fringes on, I see, hey, oh, okay, you, hey, where you study at? How long you been studying? You an Israelite. Shalom, bro. Read.
A man's attire.
A man's what?
Attire.
A man's attire.
And excessive laughter. And gait. Show what he is.
So his attire show what you are. So when you see a police officer, he's wearing a police uniform, so you know that's a police officer. When I see fringes on a brother, I'll be like, oh, he know he an Israelite. I know he's an Israelite.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But that's our time. We gotta shut it down. You gotta fly, my brother. Go ahead and get the fly.
We used to scream black power while Haran was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.